Hi guys, this is Maria. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I will go over a few new materials that I have accumulated over the holidays and prior to that, and how I use it at home with my toddler and preschooler. Technically, I don't homeschool, but I do lots of activities that are based for development of pencil grasp, of reading skills, writing skills, and all those important milestones for the children. And I did have Scarlett in school full day till 3, and she's technically only a pre-kindergartner, and it just broke my heart. So I pulled her out, and now she's going half day till 12:30. We did it for about a month, but I don't want her to lose that time and opportunity that she had with teachers learning. So I've been doing much more learning every day at home for an hour or more, at least 3 exercises. And I typically focus on numbers and counting, then writing, and then letter recognition. So I will start with the Kumon books review. I can never say it right, so if I mispronounce it during this video, please forgive me. So the reason why I got interested in the Kumon books is because I've heard about them, about the method, and they do have like little tutoring sessions, and they're extremely expensive. So I decided, well, how about I just go and buy them on Amazon, and I bought like a big collection, you guys. I have lots of them, and specifically for my toddler and my preschooler, and I will divide them and do like a little bit of the review, and then I will move on. 3 books that I purchased for Justin, who is 2.5, he's gonna be 3 in a few months, is my first book of tracing, my first book of cutting, and my first book of numbers. So that actually on the back of this books, it shows you where you want to start. So like tracing is the very first one, then there's amazing tracing, and then it goes into cutting, easy mazes, and all that stuff that helps you develop pen control. Also, the book of cutting, we've been cutting quite a bit. So the way it works, you just pull out the page and let your child cut. He is really good at his cutting skills. He honestly is just a very easy learner. I don't have to work too hard with him, but you pull out the page and you see they are numbered, so we've already done 6 pages prior to this, and they go on like they get harder and harder, and they also build up on each other to the point where you cut in a certain pattern and you will be tracing in a certain pattern. So it's all based on repetition. Then there's this one I'm gonna do later. I have not done this one with him. We've been doing the tracing, and this is basically a bunch of tunnels and things on like pen control and stuff, and he really enjoys it. I honestly think these books are great. They were $6, you guys. They I don't know if I would sign up for the class itself, because I believe it's about $150 a child. Maybe in the future I will do it, maybe for Scarlett more, because she's about to start kindergarten. So now let me move on to the books I got for her. So Scarlett, my daughter, she's 4.5. She is a Montessori student, so she technically is not in pre-kindergarten, but at the same time they do make sure the kids meet the milestones, and I myself personally like to make sure that she meets the milestones. So for her, I got the uppercase letters, lowercase letters, and then numbers 1 through 30, and words for school. So this one I bought not by mistake. I thought it would be a good time for us to start it, but it's a little bit older, so it's definitely, we're not using this one yet. And all those are pretty much just tracing books. Let's see, I think we did lowercase letters just to show you. Yes. And what I like about it compared to some of the other books that I've used, and I will show you just like as an example, it starts with like a easier letters like L, T, I, and then it will go to like a more difficult ones. Well, the thing is that Scarlett, the first thing you learn as a child is your name, how to write your name, and her name has all of the difficult letters, S, C, A, E. So we work on those, and with those I honestly just do lots of practice. I write her name and we just write it, and I give her verbal cues. She doesn't do as good with visual cues as with verbal cues, but and again, the way it works here, technically you could pull out those pages. I don't pull them out because I don't really see the reason, and then they get into writing out the word as well. So what I have that is very similar as a concept is this workbooks. They're white clean workbooks, but they're bigger. The letters are much bigger, and sometimes it's kind of hard, but I do like those as well. Those are from Pretty Books, I believe. I've showed them previously in my video, so I'm not going to spend much time on that. So as far as the Kumon workbooks, I love them. I think they're great. And if you just want to stick to one method and not try to find some pieces from Melissa and Doug, some pieces here and there, just go Google Kumon workbooks and they have it all. They have it, like I showed you, kiting, they have folding, they have tracing, like all the essential skills, they have it covered. Now let's move on to other materials. Well, as I mentioned, one of the things I work on is letter recognition. And I've purchased the spinny blocks. They are off of my Amazon. I'm not sure what company it was made by, but I'll link it for you. So it's a Montessori based material. It comes with a little book, but what the blocks actually are, it's for beginning readers and helps letter recognition. So there is a total of, so there's 3, and I have 2 more in the back. Just not gonna pull them out for the time's sake, but they have the same letter in the middle, like letter A, and then you change up the letters. And the way I use it with Scarlett, we will sit down and I will be like, okay, let's see, what letter is that? And she knows her R's because it's in her name. And what letter is that? That letter is that. And I will be like, okay, let's put it together, RAM. And then I will switch only one letter, so that way she can mentally memorize it. And then we go to B, A, and bam. So I probably use those 3 times a week, and I spend about 15-20 minutes on them until like I know that she can recognize all of the letters. And the thing that you like switch them up in different combinations, and it kind of outside of the middle part, it's a good way to keep track of the letters. Going together with the letter activities that I do is this one for Melissa and Doug. So this was actually a set. Now I'll show you the second part of the set, but this is the letter puzzle. At first, when I got it, I was like, I don't know, but I figured out a great way how to use it, and it's been amazing. So what I do, I separate all of them, and I go through each letter, like alphabetical order. What letter is this? Hey, good job. What letter is this? I don't know. Okay, this is letter B, and I put it in a different pile. And then we go through all of them. And then the ones that she knows, I put it to one side. The ones that she doesn't know, I put the pictures that correspond like in no particular order, and we'll go through each letter. For example, I'll be like, okay, what starts with B on those pictures? Ba, 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 ba. And she'll be searching for the item. And then sometimes I will just be showing like, okay, butterfly. What butterfly starts with? Apple. What apple starts with? And then she would be like, oh, butterfly, B, B, and then we connected. So this activity is actually quite long. It takes us about 40 minutes to go through all the letters, and I found it absolutely amazing. So you can obviously use it in many ways. You can match them, but it's been my favorite letter recognition activity. And as I said, it came as a set. So the second part of this set was this pattern blocks, and that's actually why I bought this set originally. I was like, oh, alphabet is cool, but the pattern blocks. So these are double-sided, and they come with different shapes. This is actually great even for a little bit older kids. Sorry, there's a hair in here. My long hair got in there. So they are great for different ages, including even, I think, elementary age, like 1st and 2nd grade. Just because you can create multiple things with them, just like a play of mind. But the way we use it right now, first we lay on top of those pictures, and then we take it off, and then we recreate the image. Being able to recreate the pattern is a very important skill for preschoolers. She does so well with this. I actually thought it would be much more difficult, but the good thing, she enjoys it. By the way, guys, I know you asked me to film the playroom tour, and yes, it's coming. It's actually going to be next video. I'm filming. I'm just still waiting to put together my Duplo Legos table. It has not been put together. But honestly, I think kids have so many toys. We are pretty much like maxed out. The kids don't need anything ever again until they grow up. This one, the only reason I'm showing it to you because this video is for toddlers and preschoolers. That one might be a little bit more difficult for toddlers, plus it does have smaller pieces, but this is an alternative that I've used with my children. I've shown it in my videos. If you have like 18 months plus, this is a great way to learn your shapes. And baby Justin and Scarlett both enjoyed it It's from Melissa and Doug as well. Comes with triangles, circles, ovals, rectangles, and squares, and then you learn how to put them in. It also goes in progression from easy to difficult. The last material I want to share with you today is this math magnets numbers. This is not the full tab. I actually have them already presented in the playroom, so I will layer it on top so you can see. So what I do typically, I can't open the box. All right, anyways, I'll show it on the screen. So I kind of scramble. I have the numbers from 1 to 10 layered in a line, and then I kind of scramble them, and I have Scarlett put it in the right progression. Hey guys, this is it. Not that you needed any more things to buy after Christmas, but the Kumon workbooks, Kumon workbooks are really great. They're only $6 on Amazon, and if you're looking for things to do with your children at starting the age of 2, I say go for it. And the reason why, because I've done Melissa and Doug cutting books, I've done like multiple, and I think that they have a very good base system of any skills you want to develop. So if you love this kind of content, make sure to subscribe to my channel, click the notifications button, give this video a like if you liked it, and I'll see you soon.